World Health Organization by Chloe Daymar. Sociologist and Dr. David Snow asserts that only a handful of collective action frames have been identified as being sufficiently broad in interpretive scope, inclusivity, flexibility, and cultural renaissance to function as master frames. Among the handful, and one of the most distinguished and accomplished global health social movements is the World Health Organization. The World Health Organization is also referred to as WHO, is the directing and coordinating authority on international health within the United Nations system. The organization works with partners from all regions of the world to produce health guidelines and standards and assist countries to address public health issues. Through WHO's governments can jointly tackle global health problems and improve people's overall well-being. Every year on April 7th, we celebrate World Health Day. You may not know that World Health Day originates from the day in which the World Health Organization signed their constitution into action on April 7, 1948. Since then, WHO has not strayed far from their original agenda, which consisted of combating malaria, women and children's health, tuberculosis, venereal disease, nutrition, and environmental sanitation. WHO's history from the first World Health Assembly in 1948 to the first Global Public Health Treaty signed in 2003 has remained a constant reminder of their initial and current goals and agenda. WHO's membership assembly is comprised of 193 countries and 2 associate members. The World Health Assembly is the supreme decision-making body for WHO. They meet every year at the World Health Assembly in Geneva to set policy for the organization, approve the organization's budget, and every 5 years to appoint the Director General. WHO's work is supported by a 34-member executive board, which is elected by the Health Assembly. Delegations from all 194 member states attend. The executive board directs the work of the Secretariat by adopting resolutions, setting targets, and formulating policies. To help maintain the necessary balance, WHO will pursue a limited number of strategic objectives in the 6-year medium-term strategic plan. Each strategic objective will have its own targets, which are agreed with governing bodies and monitored accordingly. WHO's regionalized structure provides it with multiple opportunities for engaging with countries, with Geneva focusing on issues of global concern and regional offices focusing on technical support and building national capacities. WHO's presence in countries allows a close relationship with ministries of health and its partners inside and outside of government. It can collaborate closely with the United Nations system and can provide channels for emergency support when this is needed. There are 3 levels of WHO's Secretariat, and its close working relations with governments enable it to gather health information and monitor trends over time and across countries, regions, and the globe. In addition to their large established network of partners, nearly 8,000 people from more than 150 countries work for the organization. In addition to medical doctors, public health specialists, researchers, and epidemiologists, WHO staff include administrative, financial, and information system specialists, as well as experts in the field of health, statistics, economics, and emergency relief. The WHO Country Cooperative Strategy is a medium-term strategic framework for WHO cooperation with particular countries. It represents a balance between country priorities as analyzed by the WHO Secretariat in full consultation with national stakeholders and regional as well as organization-wide orientations and priorities. It is a vehicle for WHO alignment with national health and development plans and strategies such as the poverty reduction strategies and sector-wide approaches, and for harmonizing WHO's cooperation with the work of the United Nations agencies and other partners. In September 2000, the United Nations Millennium Declaration committed states to a global partnership to reduce poverty, improve health and education, and promote peace, human rights, gender equality, and environmental sustainability. Rich and poor countries alike are committed to achieving the Millennium Development Goals. Whose supporters and workers agree on a change, who is to blame, and advocate for others to act on the problem. These collection frames establish Who as a powerful organization in the social justice community as a result of huge local participants and resource mobility. Whose agreed upon opposition or enemy is global disease, not political strife. Agreeably, Dr. Snow asserts that framing processes have come to be regarded as essential, dynamic in understanding the character and course of social movements. The last 10 years have seen a dramatic increase in the number of international partnerships in health. These partnerships are highly diverse in nature, scope, and size. Many target a single disease such as AIDS, malaria, or tuberculosis. Others support health interventions such as immunization or components of health systems such as monitoring. The large amount of resources brought in by new partners, in addition to increases in grants and loans from bilateral and multilateral bodies, are changing the way health is funded in many countries. To deal with some of the underlying determinants of health, a global framework for a health promotion strategy is needed. This is a responsibility of all government ministries at all levels, as well as communities and corporate and civil society. To take up this challenge, it is recommended to build healthy public policies, create supportive environments, strengthen community action, develop personal skills, and reorient health services. Momentous strides have been made in WHO's Convention for Tobacco Control, the revision of international health regulations, and its These and other achievements in WHO's normative work have been possible because of its global efforts. WHO's strengths lie in its neutral status and nearly universal membership, its impartiality, and its strong convening power. WHO's role in tackling disease is unparalleled. WHO has a large repertoire of global normative work, and with continued support, WHO will reign over the global health system.